Tory Lanez now knows his fate in a July 2020 shooting that involved Megan Thee Stallion. On Tuesday, Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison. This decision comes nearly 8 months after Tory was found guilty of first-degree assault with a firearm, discharging a firearm with gross negligence, and having a concealed firearm in a vehicle. Be clear, Tory's team tried multiple times over to get their client an appeal for a second trial to obviously try to lessen his punishment that they knew was brewing for Tory. Back in May, Tory's team was denied the request for a new trial. As recent as last week, Tory's attorneys submitted a memo requesting that Tory be sentenced to probation rather than prison, or maybe even a rehab stint. Tory's team did cite that Tory struggled with alcohol addiction. They also even brought up some childhood trauma that incorporated, losing his mom suddenly when he was a child. None of that obviously worked. Another thing that Tory's team tried to bring up was, since he's been locked up under these horrible circumstances for a successful musician, was that Tory behind bars had apparently been a positive influence. They even brought up a chaplain that spoke about how Daystar Peterson had been leading prayer calls in jail. Again, clearly none of this worked. What I want to do in a different video is bring up a statement that Megan Thee Stallion left, and was read in court on Monday, the first day of this 2-day sentencing. It was a pretty damning last statement. I'll tell you a little bit of it, and we're going to do another video here in the next hour on it. Megan was like, I'm still so traumatized, I can't even look this dude in the eye right now. That's why I'm sending this letter in to you guys rather than being there in person. Look, I don't want to give too much of my perspective. It's kind of my job just to give you the information and get out the way. I will say this quickly, 10 years is a lot of time. Looking at how things played out, yeah, it feels a little bit excessive because, Megan Thee Stallion will likely make close to, if not a full recovery following this shooting. What I try to remind people is, Tory, more than anything, more than protecting women, Megan Thee Stallion got caught shooting at the wrong place, or he got found guilty of shooting in the wrong place. They don't play that in Beverly Hills. They've never played it and never will. So just as important as it was for Megan Thee Stallion to get protection, she's a big time artist in her own right. Obviously, she's got some big backers behind her. One of the things that Tory had fighting against him was where this took place. Had it been the South, Houston, Atlanta, I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm just thinking, to myself, how much more lenient the judge probably would have been with Tory not having a colorful legal past. Again, 10 years seems excessive. One thing that I think Tory's team will look back on that I didn't like in the moment, I thought it's not a smart decision, was the fact that Tory dropped that album over a year ago, I believe, pretty much explaining to you what happened. He pretty much dropped an album letting us know, what really happened was I had a couple girls fighting over me, and it played out at a college dinner party. He tried to let you know that in a lot of different ways on that album. He made a whole album pretty much apparently about said situation. I thought that was a bad decision. I just think some things, because Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, they're all in the limelight, some things, I don't care who you get as a jury, I don't care who you get as a judge, to me, they leave stains on a case, on a trial, no matter what. And just looking back, I thought that was the biggest mistake from Tory's team. Outside of that, he actually did a pretty decent job of remaining low until the trial took place. But from my vantage point, I thought dropping an album about it was just too much. He should have waited and, wait till his name was cleared and then drop more music and talked about it as a free man. Now, the next 10 years of his life, he could be easily deported back to Canada, where he's originally from, over this awful situation. Terrible one. Obviously, Megan Thee Stallion has not been much of an artist since then herself. Tory Lanez's career, for all intents and purposes, is probably pretty much over, at least the prime of it. And it feels like all of this could have been avoided if one drink too many or whatever too many, didn't cause a few people to get in the car together on a very bad night. And, hey, Look, I don't know who did what. Me or you were not there. Hopefully justice was correctly, given out, I guess. I just hate that for the next 10 years of, somebody's life, they're going to be in prison. I just hate that a black woman said she got shot in this. That sucks too. So time, love, and support. It's what your boy would never take for granted. Please let me know your thoughts on Tory Lanez' sentencing. He got 10 years. I'm out. What's up, everybody? It's yours truly. I'm the one and only. I'm your boy, Ferro. If you are enjoying the great quality content, make sure you put yourself in position to get more of your boy. For music news, updates, and commentary, make sure you're following and subscribe to me on Facebook and YouTube at itsmrtaliaferro. For basketball news, highlights, and commentary, make sure you're following and subscribe to me on Facebook and YouTube at hoopsferro. It's free 99 to you. It truly means the world to me. Let's run these numbers up. I appreciate the time, love, and support.